That joy is the seed of your thing. That happiness that you feel as you engage in something is the seed of a powerful purpose in your life. And if you navigate life paying attention to that, if you navigate life following what it's trying to tell you, it will gradually guide you and lead you down the path of your self-discovery and your highest happiness and your highest purpose in life. So I've seen this question floating around the internet a lot these days, and it's, how do I find my thing? I've had a lot of people send me emails asking me, how do I find my purpose? How do I figure out what I'm meant to do with my life? I want to find my passion. How do I actually go about figuring these things out? The truth of it is that there are so many ways to figure out what your thing is. There are many paths you can take. However, each path has a different sort of length of time it'll most likely take you. You could bounce around for years. You could try lots of different things, hoping to randomly find the one that's meant to be your thing. Or you could take a more direct path. So the path that I teach people is the more direct path, the faster path, the one that really helped me a lot get to where I am now, where I have a ton of clarity around what I'm meant to do, and the path that I've helped other people go down. And it is the path of self-discovery. The path of self-discovery, as it relates to finding your thing in life, finding your purpose, your passion, your calling, your mission, whatever it is really about discovering who you really are, what you really want, and where you really want your life to go. In my belief and in my experience, the answers we seek are already within us. At least the answers that are going to get the ball rolling and get us started on this path. They are already within us in some way. They already rest within our hearts and within our souls. Our hearts and souls already know what we are really meant to be doing in our lives. It's just that we need to start bringing that clarity up to the surface where we can understand it consciously and actually do something with it. Have you ever seen an image of an iceberg where like 10% of the iceberg is above the surface and 90% is still below it? Clarity is a lot like that. Most of the clarity you're seeking is still below the surface of your current level of awareness. The goal with self-discovery is to get more of that clarity up above the surface so that you can actually take action on it. For me, I've been on my journey of self-discovery for the last 10 years. Since I graduated college, I started an online business and I had a dream of traveling around the world. The only problem was I didn't start the right business. So I'm on my fifth business now, and this is finally the one that is my thing. My thing, my calling, my purpose is to be a writer, an author, a coach, and a public speaker in personal development. So right now I'm doing my thing. But it took me 5 years to figure out what my purpose was, and then another 3 years to really clarify my calling, and another 2 years to really start taking action on it fully and commit to it. So in total, the journey's been 10 years, which is way longer than it should ever take anyone else. Because like I said, the answers are already within us. What I did not do was go deep enough into my inner clarity, deep enough into really asking myself the right questions about who I really am, what I really want, and where I want my life to go, and writing down those answers. Because that is essentially the process to bring the clarity that's beneath the surface above the surface. I didn't really do this until 5 years into my journey, when I really started to ask myself the right questions about what I was most passionate about, what I really wanted to do with my life, and what really made me the happiest. And then giving myself permission to actually do those things, to actually get into teaching what I wanted to teach and doing what I really wanted to do. But as soon as I asked myself these questions and I started to write down my answers, it became obvious that this is what I'm meant to be doing with my life. After that, it took some courage to say yes to it. It took some faith to take the leap of faith and actually start doing it. But the process was this process of self-discovery. And I did a lot of things. I did 12 to 15 different things after I graduated college. I took a solo trip to a foreign country and found my life purpose out there. And I did a lot of deep introspection, contemplation, journaling to really gain all the clarity that I have right now. And through my own experience figuring this stuff out, through coaching people through it, through helping friends, the fastest, most direct path is this path of going within first. Many people are trying to figure out what they're meant to do in life by going outside themselves, by trying all these different things, by taking a trip to a foreign country like I did, and trying to discover what they're meant to do externally, when really so many of the answers that we're seeking are already within us. So if we go to the source of the answers, if we go to the source of the purpose, if we go to the source of the meaning, which is right here in our hearts, then we are way more likely to get to the answers we're seeking. And we'll probably get to them a lot faster. You don't have to go anywhere. You can sit right here, right now, and start figuring this stuff out. So how do you go within? How do you go within yourself and start that journey of self-discovery? It begins with asking yourself the right questions. The right questions depend on who you are and what you're trying to figure out. If you're trying to find your thing, you've got to know what a thing is. What is a thing? Is it a passion? Is it a purpose? Is it a calling? Is it a mission? Is it something you are naturally just good at? What do you mean by find your thing? Usually, when people are saying that they're trying to find their thing, it's usually they're trying to find their calling, or they're trying to find their passion, or they're trying to find their dream job or their dream career, or they're trying to find a purpose-driven and passion-driven business, or they're just trying to do something that makes them happy, something that they enjoy, and something that feels natural to them, something they are naturally good at. You could also say they're in their element. When you're doing your thing, you are in your element. This is your thing. This is what you're meant to do. The next step is, what are the questions that are going to help you figure out what this thing is? What are the right questions for you to ask yourself to start getting into your deeper clarity? They typically have to do with three things. What do you love? What are you good at? And how do you want to help other people? Because usually when you combine these three things, I call them the three secret ingredients to any life purpose. When you combine these things, they tend to create a really powerful purpose in your life. So I would recommend that you start there. Start with those three things: love, skills, and service. If you figure out just these three things, you can discover every other aspect of your purpose, your passion, your calling, or your mission in life. What actually makes you happy? What do you actually enjoy doing in your life? Start there. Start with what you're most passionate about. Start with your interests. Start with the things that put you into a flow state when you engage in them. Start with the things that activate your heart and open your heart up and make you feel good, because almost always your thing is going to involve this. So if you just focus on that, if you just either go within yourself and ask yourself these questions to start to understand what these things already are for you, or if you navigate life searching for these things, the things that actually make you feel alive, you are going to get way, way, way closer to figuring out what you're really meant to be doing in your life, and what your calling is, what your purpose is, and what your thing is. If you go through life following your heart and following your inspiration and following your enthusiasm and paying attention to what you are attracted to, what types of information you're attracted to, what types of people you're attracted to, what types of activities you are attracted to, what types of shows and movies you are attracted to, what types of videos you're attracted to and content you're attracted to, anything, you are going to start to uncover what you are really meant to do in life. Because our hearts already know the answer. It's just that often we aren't listening properly, or we have not been listening enough over the course of our lives. Or we've been thinking that we've got to do all these other things first before we actually take action on what we really want to do. Way too many people are navigating their lives off of pure logic and not nearly enough off their heart and what makes them feel alive and who they really are within, and expressing their art, expressing their creativity, doing the things that they really love and allowing their inner child to come out, doing the things that actually bring them joy, or giving themselves permission to find more things that bring them joy, because that joy is the seed of your thing. That happiness that you feel as you engage in something is the seed of a powerful purpose in your life or a powerful calling. If you look at anyone who is living very purposefully and is following their calling and is doing their thing, that seed is there. That joy is there. That passion is there. The happiness is there. It makes them feel good, or it makes them feel better than their alternatives. So if you simply use your heart as a guide, you're going to really start to chip away at this. And the iceberg is going to start rising up, and more of the clarity you're seeking is going to be above the surface. If you just follow that inspiration whenever you feel it. You follow that heart. You follow that activation that you feel when you are engaging in a certain activity, or you are learning something new, or you are thinking about something and it just feels good to you and you're imagining something. If you just follow that with trust and with faith and with courage, and you ignore all else, you will find the purpose and the meaning that you're seeking. This is something that I think is a common thread among all people, because I have spoken to people from all over the world, from the Middle East, from the US, from Canada, from Australia, from Africa, from South America. All of these people want the same thing. They want to find their purpose, they want to do what makes them happy, and they want to live a good life. If that same desire is present in all of these people who have had completely different upbringings in completely different cultures, what that says to me is that the source of the answers is the same as well. It's right here. It is within you. It is within your heart. It is within your soul. And if you navigate life paying attention to that, if you navigate life following what it's trying to tell you, it will gradually guide you and lead you down the path of your self-discovery and your highest happiness and your highest purpose in life. This has certainly been my experience, and it is my mission right now to help as many people as I can through their own journey and to take their journey of self-discovery and to figure this out for themselves. So, to finish this off, I'll leave you with this. Finding your thing is really about finding you. It's about finding yourself. And you carry you with you everywhere you go. You are already with you. The answers are already within you. And if you go within yourself and start to listen more to what the deeper aspects of you are trying to tell you, and they speak through joy, they speak through inspiration, they speak through enthusiasm and passion and any sort of heart-centered activation. If you start to listen to that type of communication and start to ignore a lot of the noise that is around you and start to quiet that inner critic and quiet all these super logical, fear-based thoughts and start to tap into more of that purity within you, the source within you, your thing will start to come to you and you will start to move to it. Your clarity will increase and increase and increase, and you will get closer to everything you're really seeking in life. Be courageous, take the journey of self-discovery, and you will find your thing, perhaps a lot sooner than you think. And if you really want to start diving in, asking yourself the right questions, you can download my free self-discovery workbook below. It will help you get the ball rolling to discovering what you're really meant to be doing in your life and what you really want to be doing in your life. And then you can use that self-knowledge, you can use that clarity as a roadmap to your ideal future. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one.